key things experiments must have to be conducted properly: comparison, random assignment, control, and replication. Double C, double R, create an acronym. So what does each of these mean? Let's go over them. Comparison means you have to be able to compare the effects of one treatment against the effects of another, usually. Usually multiple treatments. So comparison, if you take psychology, you've probably heard mention of a control group. That has nothing to do with control, it does have to do with comparison. Let's say I want to see if a particular new drug thing is going to improve weight loss. I will give half, I'll grab my sample, I'll take 20 people and give them the drug, and 20 people and not give them the drug, and then measure any difference. I will, measure one group of people against the other and see what happens there. You could also do this with before and after. You ask like 500 people their political opinions, then you make them watch a particular ad, and then you ask them their political opinions again and see if it's changed, see how much of an effect that video has had on them. So you don't necessarily have to have multiple groups in every case. It can be a before and after, but you must be able to compare results of something against something else, or it's not really an experiment. Remember, we're trying to involve cause and effect. You have to be able to compare, results with versus results without if you're going to say it has an effect. Next, random assignments to treatments. So you grab yourself, your 40 people that you're going to give, part of them the weight loss drug. You can't let them decide whether they're going to take the weight loss drug. You can't grab the first 20 people and give them the weight loss drug, the first 20 people who show up, and the second 20 no weight loss drug, because if you do that, you're maybe the people who showed up first, they're more energetic, and so they're going to lose more weight regardless of whether they get the drug or not. That's introducing a source of bias in your selection process. To avoid bias in your setting up of the treatment groups, there must be random assignment. You can do this by flipping a coin for each person and seeing whether they get treatment A or treatment B. There's other ways you can do it. You can, let's say there's 40 people and you're going to pick 20 of them. You can put all 40 their names in a hat and then draw them out one by one until you have 20 names, and the 20 you draw, they get the weight loss drug. That way it's, again, random. Everybody has an equal chance of being selected. Control. Control means making sure there's no confounding variables that can have an effect instead. Let's say the weight loss drug. Maybe the 20 people who think they're being given, maybe the 20 people who are being given this drug, they think it's going to improve their weight loss. And so they get all energized by this, and they wake up the next morning thinking, man, I'm on this weight loss drug, and it affects their mind. Have you heard of the placebo effect in psychology? It's this idea that thinking something has an effect on your actual behavior. So what people often do is they give placebos to the other group. That means basically a phony pill, a pill that's supposed to do something, that they tell them is going to do something, but actually does nothing. So everybody goes home, takes a pill. They all think they're getting a treatment, but only half of them are actually getting the actual weight loss drug, and the other half are getting a pill that tastes the same but doesn't do anything. And that way, you prevent other variables from getting involved. Yes, there are other ways in which you want to control things. Let's say that I'm testing this new miracle grow on some plants, and so I grab my 20 potted plants, and I randomly pick half of them to get the miracle grow and half of them to not get the miracle grow, and then I stack them all on my porch, all 20 plants. And to help keep them organized, I put the 20 with miracle grow on the left and the 20 without miracle grow on the right. Well, maybe more sunlight, hits one side of the porch than the other. Control means you would randomly place them in a random order, just labeled each one correctly, so that you know which ones have miracle grow and which ones don't have miracle grow. but mixing them up so that there's no, so sunlight and placement can't have an effect. Control means you keep other variables from interfering, whether it's sunlight or belief that you are getting a weight loss drug. And that's what placebos are for, to make people think they're getting treated when they're not. And then there's replication. Let's say I grab two people and I give one the weight loss drug and one I don't give the weight loss drug, and then I notice that the person who got the weight loss drug has actually gained like 20 pounds or lost 20 pounds. I don't care. And the other one has stayed the same. Well, of course, there's a chance that would happen. If you're only going to grab one person for each, there's a lot of individual variation. Remember variability and bias? This isn't a problem of bias, this is a problem of variability. If you only have one person in each group, or even 5 people in each group, one person happening to, break a leg and be wheelchair bound for the next 5 months might have a serious effect just due to chance. So to avoid variability leading to your information being useless, you need large samples. And we'll get to this when we get to the later chapters. The larger your sample is, the more reliable your study will be at detecting a difference when there is one. So yes, replicate means to do over and over again. So replication, large samples. So you don't just do the study on one person who gets it, one person who doesn't. You do it with large samples. Usually that'll mean like more than 30 in each group. Yes, and so that's the basics of what an experiment must have. And hopefully in class tomorrow, you guys will each design an experiment.